The race as you've never seen it, what is really electric, and Cessna's sports car. I'm Vicky Ferrer and you're watching FullFlapTV. Now, do you want the good news or the bad news? Actually, tell you what, let's get some stories out of the way first and then I'll let you know what's going on over Easter. Logic says if you fly high enough and watch out for other aircraft, there isn't much to hit in the air. But tell that to the Alaskans who had numerous flights cancelled or rerouted this week. Just a few days ago, there was a big column in the middle of the state. It was caused by the eruption of Mount Redoubt, which sent ash 50,000 feet up into the air. Now that's a lot higher than any airliner travels these days. Going through it isn't an option, as 747 found out when all its engines fouled up and stopped working in 1982. Luckily, they managed to restart them. Avgas or Jet A1 was always easy to understand. Go to the pump, pull the handle and drop some liquid in your engine. Going green isn't quite so easy. You've got biofuels, solar, batteries and now hydrogen fuel cells. French firm Elite will be trying out their system at Friedrichshafen in Germany this week, where there's going to be a whole electric expo taking place. I guess it won't work on one of these. Coming up, news on the aviation fashion show and White Night 2, but first, Cessna are perhaps one of the most important aviation manufacturers on Earth. Without them, most pilots would never have got airborne. The aircraft are solid, dependable and do the job well, but they've never really been pretty, until now. The 350 and 400 were actually developed by someone else, but Cessna have given them a little extra magic. Yes, they look stunning, but they also go very, very quickly. In fact, the 400 is the fastest fixed-gear aircraft on Earth, doing up to 235 knots. That's 275 miles per hour or 435 kilometers per hour. You wouldn't be wrong to say that it sort of looks like a Cirrus SR-22, and they are competing for the same market. So, what about those upgrades? Well, both 350 and 400 can now carry 25 pounds more in luggage, so you can have that extra cream cake. In fact, you can have quite a few more of them. The oxygen system has also been improved in the 400, and they are working on getting a TKS anti-icing system in place as well. And what about the price? Well, you'll need a big Christmas stocking for one, and as always, it depends on the options, but expect to pay more than $600,000. The Cirrus works out less, but you can't deny Cessna have now got a true sports car of the skies. We've said it before, want to get involved in the fastest growing aerospace industry in the world? Then head to India. While the rest of the world isn't performing too well right now, India is still growing. It has seen a drop, but aviation has tripled in size since the year 2000. I've been talking about a fashion show for weeks now, but Houston, we have a problem. We can't agree a shortlist. In fact, we can't seem to agree on anything, so we need your help. What's the most attractive or most sexy aircraft you've ever seen? It can be an ultralight to an airliner, but no military stuff. I've put a little box on the website at FullFlap.tv for you to make suggestions, or just email me at studio@FullFlap.tv. It feels like deja vu. Cessna's Skycatcher prototype has crashed again. The pilot was fine, again. The initial report says he released the parachute while in a spin, but what's got us is that some people have suggested Cessna should now stop the programme altogether. Why? For the little our view is worth, we don't think the Skycatcher is pretty, but we do think it will be a great technical aircraft. Surely this is the whole point of flight testing, to make sure all the bugs are ironed out before we get it. We say, carry on Cessna. Not long to go now until the Fly Professional Flight Training Show. It's on the 25th of April at London's Heathrow Airport and is the hub for people wanting to get into commercial careers, if you're in Europe. I've said it before, but if you want to know what opportunities there are and what you're going to need, especially if you're at school or just leaving university or college, this will be a great place to find out more about what's going on. We are going to be there, and if you want to join us, then check out this website. Can I also just say a quick hi to Mongolia? We've got one viewer there according to our printouts. We had a look on Google Earth to try and see where the IP address was, and it looks very interesting. So hello, or sign by now. Oh. Right, just before I tell you about White Night 2, I've got some news for you. From next week, we're going to be on an Easter break. So for 2 weeks, we're going to be eating excessive amounts of chocolate and hopefully getting in a lot of flying. Please don't cry, but we will be back right after that. The good news is that we're going to be releasing the entire uncut version of the challenge race between public transport and a Cessna 172 in high definition. With 4 extra minutes added, it will be 23 minutes long, which is too long for most video sites. So we're putting it on our website. The other catch is that we need to know how many people are enjoying Full Flap, and since YouTube are being very difficult about that at the moment, we're going to make it available to our newsletter subscribers only. If you don't already get our newsletter, then go to the website and just leave your email address. It's that easy, so I hope you enjoy it. Right, White Knight 2 will be at Oshkosh this year and flying. Virgin's mothership, which will do a lot of the work to get customers into space, will be making an appearance in July. As Virgin's Will Whitehorn said, the ship has a unique heavy lift, high altitude capability and an open architecture-driven design that provides for maximum versatility in the weight, mass and volume of its payload potential. Translated, that simply means it's damn impressive. Let me know your suggestions for the fashion show, which we'll be having in a couple of weeks. For now, whatever tradition you celebrate at this time of year, may I wish you a happy holidays. Enjoy the challenge race. Just give us your email and we'll send you the details. And I'll see you very soon. I'm Vicky Ferrer and you're watching FullFlapTV.